For a century you have kept the watch. Your post is a lonely orbiter, a steel teardrop in the void. Below you is the Sentinel grid, a shimmering wall of golden light. It separates your galaxy from theirs, the enemy you have never met. You inherited this duty. Your grandfather watched this same silent front. Your mother commanded this very station. They lived and died without seeing a single enemy ship fire. But the ships are there, thousands of them, dark shapes against the stellar forge beyond the grid. They watch you. You watch them. This is the long peace, or the long standoff. No one is sure which anymore. The official doctrine calls it a Cold War. You call it a cosmic staring contest. And you suspect you are losing, not to a weapon, but to the crushing, endless silence. Your shift is like any other. You monitor the energy fluctuations of the grid. You check the deep space sensor logs. You drink your nutrient paste. It tastes like despair with a hint of vanilla. Another thrilling day at the office. The silence is a physical weight, a pressure on your ears, a humming in your bones. Then something changes. A whisper cuts through the static. It is not a burst of weapons fire. It is not the roar of an engine. It is a signal, precise, deliberate, and completely impossible. It is coming from the other side, from them. The alert on your console is not a blaring siren. It is a soft, inquisitive chime, a tone reserved for unidentified but non-threatening phenomena. Your station's AI seems as confused as you are. For 100 years, nothing. Now this. A pattern surfaces from the noise. A clean, repeating mathematical sequence. It pulses with the rhythm of a resting heart. You lean closer to the monitor. Your own heart begins to beat faster. This is not the language of war. Hostile signals are messy, chaotic bursts of energy. This is elegant. It is structured. It feels like a question being asked in the universal language of physics. You isolate the waveform. You run it through every threat matrix you have. The results come back negative. No known weapon signature, no viral code, no psychic resonance. The station's diagnostic simply labels it unknown. But you know one thing. After a century of silence, the enemy is finally talking. The transmission echoes across the command network. Your quiet sector is suddenly the focus of the entire fleet. High Command convenes an emergency council. You are patched in, a disembodied voice from the front line. Your report is clinical. You present the data clearly, the signal's structure, its lack of malice. The faces on your screen are grim, old men with old ideas. They see ghosts in every shadow. To them, a century of silence was proof of alien patience. This new signal is not a question. It is a trick, a new kind of weapon, one that attacks not with plasma, but with information. Admiral Thane's voice booms through the speakers. He is a relic of a war his father fought. It's a probe, a new stratagem. They are testing our defenses, looking for a weakness in the grid. His words are met with nods. Fear is a powerful unifier. It clouds judgment. It simplifies the complex into a single target. They do not see a question. They see a dagger pointed at their heart. The order is given. The fleet is to prepare for a final war. All ships are to move to battle readiness. The long peace is over. High Command has chosen its answer. It will be given with overwhelming force. You protest, but your voice is a whisper in a hurricane. You try to explain the mathematics, the sheer elegance of the signal. It contains prime numbers. It contains the value of pi to 1,000 places. It is a page from a star science textbook, not a declaration of war. You feel a chill that has nothing to do with the void outside. It is the cold dread of understanding. You have seen this pattern before, not in a military briefing, but in the forbidden archives, the works of the old masters of star science, the ones who were silenced for their radical ideas. They believed contact would not be hostile. They theorized that an advanced intelligence would communicate with fundamentals, with the building blocks of the universe itself. This signal is not a weapon. It is a key that unlocks a door you were told to never approach. The pattern is a representation of atomic resonance, a map of hydrogen-changing states. It is the most common element in the universe. It is a greeting, a simple hello written in the language of creation. But High Command only speaks the language of destruction. They cannot, or will not, see the truth. Your detailed analysis is transmitted to the flagship. You attach files from the forbidden archives. You highlight the work of Dr. Eris Thorne, who predicted this exact signal 70 years ago. He was declared a heretic. He died in exile. You are now walking in his footsteps. The response from Admiral Thane is swift and brutal. Your analysis is rejected. Your conclusions are labeled as insubordination and delusion. You are officially ordered to stand down, to cease all unauthorized analysis. You are to await the fleet's arrival. You are to prepare to assist in their assault. A countdown appears on your screen. 12 hours until the fleet reaches the grid. 12 hours until they fire the first shot. 12 hours until they turn a potential first contact into a final, pointless war. You look at the serene pulse of the alien signal. Then you look at the grim, angry countdown. Your career is over. You know this. Your family's legacy of service is about to end in disgrace. But that is not what matters now. What matters is the truth, a truth that only you seem to understand. The choice before you is stark. Obey orders and watch your species make a galactic mistake, or risk everything on a theory. You sit in the captain's chair. The station feels empty. Its automated systems hum around you. They are loyal to High Command. They will report your every move. The only ally you have is a ghost, the theories of a dead heretic, and a signal from an intelligence you have never met. You could follow orders. You could simply watch the fireworks. No one would blame you. But you would know. You would carry the shame of your silence for the rest of your life. The weight of that is heavier than any metal, heavier than the crushing silence you have grown so used to. The station has a single scout ship, the Star Wanderer, a small vessel designed for short-range sensor sweeps. It is fast. It is nimble. It is not a warship. It is barely a ship at all. More like a cockpit with an engine strapped to it. It is your only chance. You walk to the docking bay. Each step is a choice, a decision to betray your oath, to betray your people, to save them from themselves. You feel a strange sense of calm settle over you. The fear is gone, replaced by a cold, sharp purpose. You will not stand by. You will act. You board the Star Wanderer. Its systems power on with a familiar hum. You override the docking clamps. Alarms begin to sound through the station. Red lights flash. The station's A. I warned you of your violation. You ignore it. You are no longer a warden. You are a traitor. The small ship detaches from the station. You fly it towards the shimmering golden wall of the Sentinel grid. On your screen, you see the station's automated defense turrets. They track your movement, but they do not fire. Perhaps even a machine can sense hesitation, or maybe it just doesn't know what to do. Firing on its own warden is not in its programming. A loophole you are grateful for. You push the throttle forward. The ship leaps into the void. Behind you, your old life shrinks to a point of light. Ahead of you, the breach. the one place where the grid is thin enough to cross, your destination. You broadcast a single, simple message on an open channel. Directed at the signal's source, you send back their sequence. You answer their question. You are coming. Crossing the threshold is like diving into a sun. The Star Wanderer shudders violently. The golden energy of the grid washes over you. It feels warm, not destructive. It scans your ship, your body, your mind. It is a keyhole searching for the right key. Your broadcast of their signal seems to satisfy it. Then you are through. The light fades. The shuddering stops. You are in their space. The silence here is different. It is not the empty, tense silence of the border. It is a deep, peaceful quiet. The quiet of a cathedral, of a library, of a place of immense age and wisdom. Your sensors paint a new picture. The enemy territory is not a fortress. It is a sanctuary. There are no massive fleets poised for attack. Instead, ancient ships drift in the glowing mists of nebulae. They are vast and organic in shape. They look like sleeping whales made of coral and starlight. They are not warships. They are gardens, arks, monuments. There are thousands of them, silent, dormant. They are covered in what looks like star-born vegetation. Crystalline structures grow from their hulls like trees. You have spent your life fearing this place. You were taught it was the heart of a merciless empire. The truth is far more beautiful and far more terrifying. What were they hiding from? From the heart of the Silent Kingdom, one of the ships begins to move. It is larger than the others. Its design is more ancient, more elegant. It detaches itself from a nebula that glows with the soft light of new stars. It moves towards you with a grace that defies its incredible size. Your threat display remains silent. The approaching vessel does not power its weapons. It does not raise its shields. It simply comes closer. Your tiny scout ship is a flea next to this Leviathan. You feel an overwhelming sense of awe, not fear. You have been trained for a fight. You have no protocol for this, for being met with curiosity. The great ship stops a respectful distance away. A broad-spectrum channel opens. Not a voice, not a sound. A stream of pure information flows into your ship's computer. It is not a language of words. It is the language of mathematics, of biology, of thought itself. Your ship's AI struggles to translate. It is like trying to pour an ocean into a cup. But the message is clear. It is a greeting and a request. It wants to know who you are, what you are. You open a channel back. Your hands are steady. You do not send military codes or fleet designations. You send the most basic thing you can, a simple diagram of your DNA, the blueprint of a human. The being on the ancient ship shares its story, not in words, but in feelings and images. They are not conquerors. They have never been your enemy. They are the keepers, the firstborn of this galaxy. And their silence has been a vigil. They are protecting the galaxy, protecting it from a terror that lurks in the endless dark between galaxies. You are shown images that your mind can barely comprehend, a force of uncreation, a swarm of living geometry that consumes stars. It devours light. It erases existence. This is the true enemy. The Keepers have spent eons building the grid, not to keep you in, but to keep that out. Their fleet was not poised for attack. It was a shield. Their long watch has weakened them. They are a dying race. Their numbers dwindle. Their great ships are becoming tombs. The Sentinel grid is failing. The terror outside is growing stronger. They sent their signal not as a challenge, but as a plea for help. They needed to know if any other race had matured enough to stand with them. The Keeper asks for proof, not of your technology, not of your strength. It asks for proof that your species is ready to be a partner, that you value creation over destruction. It needs to know if humanity is more than its weapons. If you have hope, you have no battle plans to offer, no fleet doctrines to share. You search your own mind for an answer, for a memory that can convey the essence of your people. You think of war, of struggle, of survival, but you push those aside. You choose something else, something far more powerful. You share a memory, not your own, but one passed down. A memory of your mother holding you for the first time. The feeling of warmth, of safety, of unconditional love. The image of a newborn child taking its first breath. A testament to life, to a future, to hope. The most human thing you can imagine. A wave of understanding washes over you from the Keeper's ship. A feeling of ancient, weary relief. This is the proof they needed, that in a universe tending towards entropy and decay, life still found a way to cherish its own beginning. That you were a species that could build cradles, not just graves. You are shown the true enemy again, a vision of the extragalactic horror. It is a void that thinks, a crawling, hungry darkness that is now pressing against the weakened grid. You see it consuming entire star systems. You understand the Keeper's burden, the impossible weight of their long duty. Then you are given an offer, not of surrender, not of conquest, an offer of alliance. The Keeper asks if humanity will stand with them, not behind them, but beside them, to join the watch, to face the true night together, to become sentinels of the galaxy. The choice is not yours to make, but the question was asked of you. You are humanity's unwilling ambassador. Your only answer is the truth. We are a young race, you transmit. We are fearful. We are divided. But we are not cowards. We will learn. We will stand. A change occurs across the Silent Kingdom. A path is cleared through the Keeper's fleet. The Sentinel grid in front of you thins. It opens a corridor, a direct path back to your side of the void. It is a gesture of immense trust, a gift. Then, you see the most incredible sight of your life. The Keeper's vast fleet, the ships you thought were your enemies, begins to turn, not towards your home, but outwards, towards the void between galaxies. They turn to face the true enemy. With you, the lone human ship is now part of their formation. You must return to your fleet. You have to bring this impossible truth back to your people. You turn your small scout ship around. The Keeper's great vessel escorts you, a gesture of solidarity, a sign that you do not come alone. You are an envoy now, not a traitor. As you cross back over the grid, you see the human fleet, a magnificent and terrifying wall of steel and plasma. They have arrived. They are in attack formation. Their weapons are hot, and they see you emerging from the enemy's heartland, with one of the enemy's largest ships at your side. To them, it is the ultimate betrayal. A wolf returning with the leader of the pack. Admiral Thane's voice screams over the comms. He demands your immediate surrender. He accuses you of treason. He orders you to stand down or be fired upon. He sees only the monster from his nightmares. The war you were trained for is over before it began. But a much greater one has just started. You hold your position between the two fleets. You have to make them listen. You have to make them see. You are no longer just a warden. You are a bridge. You open a channel to the entire fleet. You know they might fire on you at any second. But you keep your voice calm. You tell them everything. The Keepers, the silent vigil, the terror in the void. You tell them the grid was not a cage. It was a shield. You know that words alone are not enough. You need to show them. You ask the keeper to share its vision, to show the fleet what it showed you. The channel between you and the ancient ship glows, and for the first time in history, the two sides of the Sentinel grid truly communicate. The real war has begun, and humanity, the loud and fearful child of the galaxy, is now its newest hope. The new watch has begun.